What's up guys, so yesterday we finally got to play the Fallout 76 beta, and I'm just going to play some gameplay in the background while I give you some of my thoughts and first impressions on the game so far and some cool stuff that I liked about the game. There's quite a few videos out like this already, but they're mostly from YouTubers who only play Fallout and were flown out to events from Bethesda and things like that, so it might be a little refreshing to hear about the game from someone whose opinion isn't a little tainted from Bethesda basically sponsoring their videos. And I'm not saying there's anything bad about these YouTubers or going to events from Bethesda or anything like that. I would do the same exact thing if I were one of these bigger Fallout YouTubers. I'm just saying that it's nice to get an opinion once in a while from someone who's not really close to Bethesda like that. And by the way, the next beta date has been announced for Saturday, October 27th, and will go for 2 hours from 5 p.m. Eastern to 7 p.m. Eastern time zone. And then again on Sunday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern. So it kind of sucks that they're only 2-hour betas next time instead of the 4-hour beta. I thought 4 hours was pretty small, but these next ones are only going to be 2 hours. At least though, it's going to be Saturday and Sunday. Just again from really random times. I was only able to play for an hour or so because of the weird times in the beta, so hopefully I'll be able to play more soon because I have a ton of video ideas for Fallout 76. I just wasn't able to record as much as I wanted to during this beta. But to be honest, I actually like this game a lot so far. There's plenty of minor issues like poor frame rates and lag issues, but for the first day of the beta, I'm honestly surprised that it turned out this good. And I'm actually happy to say that it actually feels like a Fallout game. I'm not going to give a rating to the beta or anything like that. I don't think I've played it nearly enough to even have a positive or negative opinion on it, and tell you whether or not I think it's worth $60. But so far I'm having a ton of fun playing with friends on it. But I will say playing solo is pretty boring. At least to me it is. If you like it, that's all you, but in my opinion this game is meant to play with other people. Yeah, you can play solo, but there's not much of a story to it like past games, so playing solo is pretty boring. The only option for playing solo is to get into an online game and just play by yourself. You're not really playing solo. I mean, it is solo, but it's not single player. You're just playing by yourself. So it's definitely a lot more fun playing with friends. I was actually pretty sad while playing at first because I couldn't figure out how to play with my friends. We couldn't figure out how to invite each other. So I was playing solo because I thought that you couldn't play together in the beta, and I was just disappointed. But we finally figured out how to join each other during like the last 45 minutes of the beta, and I have to say it was a ton of fun once I got in there with my boys. Actually, I only played with one other person, but he met someone in the game, so we were all playing, and again, it was a ton of fun. I can't wait for the next beta because I'm really hyped to play this again. But oh yeah, if you don't know how to invite a friend, you just go to your map and then hit RB. If you're watching this during the PS4 or PC beta or full release, just hit R1 or look at whatever key it shows up at the top of the map, and it'll take you to your friends, and then you can either join them or invite them or whatever. And here's an extra Xbox One beta code that I had laying around, so if you're on Xbox One, just go to the digital store and go to redeem code and enter that in, and it should give you the Fallout 76 beta. But speaking of actual gameplay, as soon as you come out of the vault, there's people everywhere, and by people I mean other players. There will not be other humans in the game besides other players. The only other NPCs are robots and things like that. You can see the location of these players on the map, and you can talk in game chat, which is proximity chat. I actually had a lot of fun with proximity chat because when I was playing, pretty much everyone was talking in game chat. Almost everyone had a mic, so it was a lot of fun, and I really liked that. And a lot of this we already knew if you kept up on news about Fallout 76, but it's pretty interesting to actually get to finally play it and see for ourselves. But like 10 minutes after I came out of the vault, I met a couple of people and we started traveling together, exploring around and doing quests. And by the way, the game starts almost immediately after leaving the vault. There's not much of a tutorial. Once you get out of the vault, you're pretty much on your own. You can start to do main quests, or you can just go around and start exploring. But speaking of the main quest, it's not anything like older Fallout games. There's no NPCs except for the basic dialogue with robot NPCs and stuff like that. There's some Mr. Gutsies roaming around that have a few lines, but so far there's no choice making or real dialogue. I just want to mention that because I mentioned that in past videos, but for some reason a lot of people were in denial about that. This game's quests and stuff are a lot like other MMOs or like Elder Scrolls Online. They're pretty bland so far. But like how Elder Scrolls Online doesn't even really feel like Elder Scrolls, Fallout 76 actually feels like a Fallout game. It feels like I'm just playing Fallout 4 with friends on a different map, and I'm sure you can kind of tell that by the gameplay. As for PvP, I didn't even get into PvP yet because you're not allowed to attack or be attacked by another player until you're level 5, and I was only level 4 when the beta ended. But my friend started getting pistol whipped by another player, and he said the guy wasn't even damaging him, and I'm pretty sure they were both over level 5. I'm pretty sure it's just very hard to kill another player without them having attacked you. Don't take my word on that though, because again, I haven't really had any PvP experience, and I hope to test that out more during the next test. There's also events in the game which I really didn't get to play. I really want to try those out in the next test also. do, but they're kind of like random events that happen and you can get rewards and stuff like that. At least that's what my friends told me. But again, I'll be trying that out in the next test as well. The last thing I think we'll talk about is VATS. A lot of people were wondering how this would work, including myself, and I actually like the way they did it. VATS in here just basically locks onto enemies. You can't select body parts or go slow motion. You basically just lock onto enemies and shoot them in real time. It's kind of weird at first, but I actually like it, and it's probably the only way VATS would work in an online game like this. But yeah, I think they did that pretty well. I was wondering for a while how this would really work in here in an online game, and it's actually pretty good. But that's pretty much it, guys. I wish I could have had some higher quality gameplay for you, but again, I was just trying to figure out how to even play the game most of the time during this, and then the other parts I wasn't able to play at all. So I'll definitely be doing more videos in the next test, and again, the next beta test is on this coming Saturday, which will be the 27th. I'll also have more of a beta type review once I've played it more and can give you some more info and opinions on the game. See ya.